Alright, Honda 6-speed BB7A. You're going to want to mark all your pressure sensors so that you get them back in the place that they came out of. Your speed sensors too. They are the same, but I always try to put everything back exactly where it came out of. Right, 10 millimeters on just about everything that's out here. Emma, get out of there. Seven-eighths on the pressure sensors. Neutral switch. Alright, solenoid assembly. If there's anything wrong with these solenoids here or these pressure switches, you can buy those individually. These other solenoids, you're buying the whole block. Alright, there's a couple spots around here where you can pry up on the thing. There are a bunch of tubes that are on here, and they do have screens that go up into this part of it, and they do have to fit a certain way, so pay attention to all that. Alright, 12 millimeters on our case. Need to mark our bracket. Once you get around to the other side, it's 14 millimeters on that. See if we can get this down here. There's a little tab on this bolt. Bend that over. Oop. I forgot we changed to a 12. This is a 10. Go ahead and take our vent off. Alright, need to flip this up on its face. $10 millimeters on our covers. And our temp sensor. Okay, we got to take these nuts off. They tell you to spread the snap ring out here and let the case come off of that. I can tell you it does not work like that. You're going to have to take these nuts off. So let me get the rest of these case bolts out. Alright, we have 1 5/16" 12-point. Inch and 5/16" 12-point, and this one's left-handed threads. And 1 5/8". It's a little bit big, but it works. Alright, there's a washer on each one of these. The X faces up. Alright, this snap ring over here, you do have to release it. Okay, we should be ready to take the case half off. There's a couple spots underneath here around the case where you can get up underneath it and pry it off. Check your bearing surfaces, check your bearings. Pull your filter off, 10 millimeters. Pull this tube off. Bend your tabs out. Yeah, I'm on now. Alright, pull our gear off, bearing and collar. Check your surfaces right here where your fork comes up and engages. Pay attention to your orientation of your fork and your collar, and make sure everything's copacetic there. There's 10 millimeter here, here, and here. These two are black, this one's silver, and then our baffle will come off. Don't forget, if your spacers are a little loose, don't lose that. That keeps it from crushing it. Okay, we need to pull these bolts out of here. This one is a 12 and I think that one's 6. Maybe it was, yeah, 12. That one's left-handed. Right-handed. Alright, we got to pull these off. So let me get my puller set up and then we'll be back. Alright, the last 6-speed I was able to get in here with the bearing splitter and grab it there and pick it up. This one I couldn't do that. So I got a puller, as you're going to see at the beginning. I was able to get in there and pull it up enough that I could get these underneath it and pry it up. But being a real pain. Alright, they want you to get a puller up underneath here also and not pull on the gear. I was unable to find one that would get in there properly last time. I'm going to see if this other one will grab it here. If not, I'm going to grab it again underneath here and pull it up. Okay, trying to grab it on here and just cracked it, so I'm going to be getting a bearing, it looks like. Let's take your gear off. Now you can pull this whole drum up. Now, pull our gear off. Get our collar off. This drum should just come off. There we go. You can check your clutches. I'm going to build the drums one at a time, so I'm just going to take the clutches out and check them and put them back in. Last time I was unable to get any steels, so I just buffed off the little edge here and they worked fine. A little bit of glaze here. There's really not much available that I have found so far for these units other than a rebuild kit and a filter. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get this bearing. a bit of glaze again. Pull this gear off. Alright, that one is gonna have to come out together. That's right, we have to press this off. So it has to go into a press to get that out. We can check this set of clutches here without pressing it apart. Same thing here. Alright, this shaft to come out. There's a snap ring back here. Drum will come off. You have to press all this apart. And I'm not going to do that right now. Got a fair amount of metal down there on that magnet. Little glaze here. Alright, got to take our tubes out. There are O-rings on those. Our idler gear will come out. Here's a bearing and brace on there. These two, be careful when you do it. Go ahead and take this shim and this collar off. Here's another shim down here. We're going to take these two drums off. There's a bearing here, don't forget that. Alright, put this back together. We don't really need to take this apart. Our differential will come out. There's a snap ring in here. Let's see if we can get this to sit up there. Take two scrabs and you can get this one off. Alright, drum will come off. Check our clutches here. Little bit of glaze again. Alright, I have a tool coming that's supposed to be here today. And it's supposed to help get these bearings and sleeves out of here, so I'm going to see how that works. Hopefully it'll make it easier. Alright, let's take our part call out. And take our spring off of our detent. Come on, get off of there. And we lift up. Just let go. There we go. Now our linkage will come out. And size 12's on stator support. And our stop for that. Check up in here. Make sure we're okay. Looking okay. 10 millimeters on the valve body. I guess we need a shallow wall for that one. Pump gears and make sure I haven't forgotten a bolt under here anywhere. 2 check balls here like on the other one. Check our pocket, it looks pretty good. We're going to need to put the gears in there with the pin and make sure everything is good though. Alright, case is empty. Let's see if we can get the bearing for this. That's probably going to be the one thing that blows us out of the water. That and the torque converter. Alright, LS kit, filter, solenoid assembly, torque converter, and this bearing. Catch you on the rebuild.